Welcome to another episode, everyone. Oh, man, let's get into the informant that snitched on the individual that shot 4Xtra. As we all know, as many of you know, 4Xtra was shot by an individual from his own neighborhood, reportedly an individual from 40s. This individual here ended up snitching on the individual that shot 4Xtra and snitched on the whole Stinc team. Not only did he snitch on the entire Stinc team, he told on 7 different shootings and or murders because the police were not necessarily trusting the information that he was giving them about 4Xtra's shooter. Therefore, in order to confirm and validate the information that he was conveying to them, they wanted more information to prove that he was telling the truth about this one particular incident. And in order to prove that and validate his information, he snitched on 7 or so other murders and again shootings, as I alluded to. This is my guy, Respectable Rants, who does his homework, has good information all of the time, and does good content. Respectable Rants is the channel. Go check him out.
In today's video, we're going to talk about the informant that helped take down 4Xtra's shooter and the Stinc team. And we're also going to cover even after he testified, he was still committing crimes. But let's get into it. The informant we're talking about today would be Solo from the Stinc team. But to make sense of the situation, we're going to start off with his first case. He was arrested on January 17th of 2017 for 1 count of willfully discharging a firearm in a grossly negligent manner, 1 count of possession of a gun, and then the last count would be possession of an assault rifle. Him and Draco the Ruler and the Stinc team were all...
Okay, so that's a lot of charges right there. Some very serious charges, right? Possession of assault rifle, ammunition, possession of a firearm by a narcotic addict. Damn, you on drugs too? Possession of a firearm by a narcotic addict. He got 2 charges of that. Possession of a firearm by narcotic. 3. Goddamn. What? All of these, except 1, is possession of ammunition. The rest, charges 1, 2, 4, and 5 are possession of firearm by a narcotic addict. This is in 2017. Okay, so this is before he starts telling on every freaking body.
Co-defendants on this case, but they would all have different counts and charges. This would be the case where they raided Draco's house and they found all them guns. They were investigating the murder of Red Bull at that time, and they were looking for the murder weapon. Detective Hardiman was also investigating other shootings, to where he would see Solo do a shooting on surveillance video, and that's why he was charged with this. And like we said, Detective Hardiman identified Davion Irvin, aka Solo, as someone that was present at the shootings. He would then interrogate him, and Davion Irvin, aka Solo, would agree to cooperate on the murder in exchange.
Well, yeah, see? And that's how it goes. Every time we cover these type of stories, someone agrees to cooperate. Once you get the handcuffs put on you, these dudes change. You have to be careful committing crimes with these people. Just don't commit a crime at all. You're going to be out there in the street, you better be by yourself. Because if you have a crime, if you have an individual, even if he's from your neighborhood or whatever, the individual is going to snitch. That's just the way it is. The way that it is these days, you have to be careful and don't do anything. Cameras are everywhere. Because as soon as you get caught up, as soon as he gets arrested, he agrees to cooperate. No sooner they put the handcuffs on him.
Exchange for a reduced sentence on the other charges against him. Davion Irvin, aka Solo, would then tell detectives that he became part of Stinc team in 2015, and he would go by the moniker Solo. He would then tell them all the members in the group and what gangs they belonged to. He would then tell detectives that Draco drove him and Kells to the party. But it wasn't just them. They caravaned probably 4 or 5 other cars deep. He would tell detectives that they sat in the parking lot, and then he seen 6 males walk past quickly. That's when he recognized one of the males as Gregory, who would be Red Bull. And that's when he would bring it to everybody's attention. And once the group got to the front of Draco's car, he told detectives that he heard gunfire. He would then tell detectives that he saw Kells holding a .40 caliber Glock pistol. And he seen somebody named Boyd standing outside his vehicle, still shooting a .38 caliber revolver. He would then tell detectives that after that happened, the group would go to Draco's house. But Detective Hardiman wanted to check Davion Irvin's...
So he's just telling on it. He breaking it all down for him. This is how the law enforcement gets all of the information inside of the culture. Any culture, really. This snitching has been going on for a very long time. Decades upon decades upon decades. It's just a lot worse now. But these individuals, again, they get caught up, they're just going to tell on you, man. That's it. You're going to jail. You're going to prison. You're on your own.
Credibility.
His name is Solo for a reason. He only thinks about himself.
We asked him to provide information on other shootings that he knew about before pursuing the murder. Davion Irvin, aka Solo, would then agree, and he would give him information on 7 different shootings. And 3 of them was against Foboy from the Rolling 40s, aka the person that shot 4Xtra.
What? He gave him information on 7 shootings. 4 of them he put on one individual, Foboy, accused of shooting 4Xtra, and whomever else, because he put 4 shootings on him. One of them is 4Xtra. That's crazy. Wow, this dude.
Now this would be Foboy's case. And in February of 2017, Detective Hardiman was investigating an unrelated murder when he spoke with a suspect, D.E. D.E. was a gang member and knew Foboy. Detective Hardiman asked D.E. if he can provide information about certain other shootings. D.E. said he knew about 3 shootings that Foboy had committed. D.E. agreed to be a witness against Foboy in exchange for a reduced sentence. He was facing over 14 years in prison for a firearm charge. And if that...
For a firearm charge? So he ain't got no murder case? He has a firearm charge. He's doing all this telling on murder cases and shootings over a firearm charge. This is what happens. They get locked up for something minute, trivial, and they will get you locked up for something very serious in order to escape their trivial charges.
That doesn't sound familiar. That would be the same exact thing that they said in the Draco the Ruler indictment, as you can see right here. And DE is the same initials, Davion Irvin. And on top of that, this would be Foboy's case right here. And as you see, the arrest date would be September 21st of 2018. And this right here would be Draco's case with the murder. And as you see, the arrest date would also be September 21st of 2018. The same exact day as Foboy. But Foboy's case would be unrelated to this case. And with the information that he gave up, he would get 2 years of probation for the willfully discharge of a firearm on September 6th of 2017, which would be a few months after he gave the information and a whole year before the Draco and Foboy indictment came. But let's dive into Foboy's case real quick. As you see, it says he was charged just because DE had reported 3 shootings. The 3 shootings were against 4Xtra, somebody named Victor Miller, who was also a Rolling 40 member, and then a road rage incident, but nobody was shot in the road rage incident. But on the
Damn, they got him for just popping on all his homies. 4Xtra, another Victor Miller, another Rolling 40 member, and then on the road. You got to be careful driving around that road. People are armed and dangerous. They lose their tempers quickly, jump out the cars with weapons and open fire. You have to be careful. Apparently, allegedly, this is what this individual here did, Foboy, but didn't hit anyone. Jeez.
Road rage incident, Solo would testify that Foboy called him and told him he was in a car accident on Pacific Coast Highway, and that he also shot at people during the incident. And he would also testify that in October of 2016, Foboy told him that he shot Victor Miller because Victor Miller owed him money and was stealing from him. And the 4Xtra situation happened on June 16th of 2016. Solo testified that Foboy admitted to him that he shot 4Xtra because 4Xtra threatened to kill him. 4Xtra was shot a few times, and he would crash into a light pole and be taken to a hospital, but he would survive and refuse to talk to police. Foboy got 7 years for this, and we all know what happened to Draco and the Stinc team. They would be released besides Kells. But 2 years after that, Solo would be arrested again for possession of a firearm. And as you see, the arrest date would be December 10th of 2021. He would then bail out 2 months later for $35,000.
Shot 4Xtra. he didn't allegedly get shot. He got shot, but whoever shot him, they're saying that this individual here did. So allegedly, Boy, for 4Xtra threatening to kill him, he said. 4Xtra running his mouth, popping at him. I'm going to kill you. He opened fire at some point, hit 4Xtra a few times, but thankfully, fortunately, 4Xtra survived, as we all know. And he's still here with us. This individual, Draco had beat that case and got out from the county jail. When this individual here from the Stinc team sat here and turned everyone in.
On April 13th of 2022, but he would eventually take a plea deal. And even though it says 16 months in state prison, he wouldn't have to do any time. Because as you see, the total credit says 505 days. But hopefully this dude can just retire and leave the streets alone, because clearly they ain't for him. He done threw Kells in jail for life, threw Boy in jail, almost threw Draco and the Stinc team in jail for life.
Oh.
And this is just what we know about.
Yeah.
Who knows if there's other people? But that's going to wrap it up for this video.
Yeah, there's other people. Again, shout out to Respectable Rants. Go check him out. And there are other people that he has snitched on and told on. He ain't just started telling with that situation right there. Got all these people locked up and told on seven different shootings. And told on a murder case. The individuals just ended up beating the murder case. At least some of them did or what have you. He got people locked up. Boy ended up getting 7 years in prison for this shooting. At least one of these shootings. My goodness, you just have to be careful out here. This dude's snitching and telling on everyone. Cold informant, DE. They're going to expose you in the paperwork one way or another, because even the police do not like the snitches. They don't respect them. They get the information from them because they need it in order to do their jobs. But they have a blue wall of silence themselves. And they don't tell on one another. So they don't respect whistleblowers. So they're going to put you out there once they use you up and they are done getting all of the information out of you. Then you are no longer useful. You're disposable. And they have exposed many individuals who snitched. And when they were done with them, they exposed them, and those individuals ended up losing their lives. You just have to think about this before you go running your mouth. There you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Individual there, DE, apparently, allegedly, supposedly, looks like done told on every freaking body, told on all kinds of shootings that had nothing to do with the situation that he was first telling on. But in order to validate the information that he was giving them, they didn't trust it. They wanted more information from him. And he gave it to him. Several different shootings. 7? Yeah, I agree with the brother there, Respectable Rants. This individual needs to get out of the street. Give it up. It's not for you. And that's okay. Stay safe and stay free, people.